Hey guys, it's Erika. Welcome to my video for my top 20 K-pop songs of 2022. We have finally made it. Yeah, I know I said I was going to be doing this video in March. Look at where we are. You know, sometimes you just get a little depressed and then it takes you a while to get out of it before you're just like, hey, let's get on with it. You know what I mean? I write down my thoughts because I'm inefficient, and I finally actually used this. I've had this for like 5 years and haven't used it, so I was like, you know what, it's about time. But yes, 2022 was an amazing year for K-pop. The music this year was literally insane. It is so hard for me to make a list because there are so many wonderful, amazing songs put out there, and I have so much love to give that it's hard for me to go for just like one group or one artist, or just like and you will just see by this list how difficult it is for me. But yes, and this is my list. These are my favorite songs, the songs that made my 2022. So these may not be your favorite or songs you would consider the best or anything like that, but a lot of these songs are very special to me in a lot of different ways. So and I will go into further analysis and explanation of that. As per usual with my list, I do have 10 honorable mentions. These songs are amazing, but unfortunately I only do top 20 because if I did any more, this video would be several hours long. So let's get into my top 10 honorable mentions.
You're looking for
like tonight's your birthday. Every second, every minute make me wanna celebrate it. Everything about you perfect, just the way your mama made it.
Cause I'm that girl that drives you crazy, but you can't leave me alone. Got you thinking maybe I was supernatural, but you under spells or look into a crystal ball. I'm not like this other girls at all.
Those were my 10 honorable mentions. It may surprise you, some of the songs that are on there, but I think this top 20 list makes the most sense for me. So yes, so let's get into it. Number 20 is Monsta X's Burning Up featuring Rehab.
I'm burned it up, it's hot, I'm getting hotter. I'm burned it up, you set my fire, I'm hopeless. All I need is your love. 그려 버린 내게 맘속에 너를 그리고 싶어 for all. I'm burning up, I'm burning up, I'm burning up.
This song, I think it's an interesting choice even for myself, but this is one of my favorite songs that Monsta X performed live at the concert that I went to back in May in New York. And this song just sort of always, when I listen to it, takes me back to that moment of seeing them live. Sometimes it's hard when you're at a concert to live in the moment, especially if you're trying to record everything, or if you're trying to do a bunch of different things. There's a lot of different stuff going on. There's a lot happening during a K-pop concert, you know. But like with this song, it was one of the ones where I felt just in the moment. And I would not trade that feeling for anything in the world. Number 19 is RM's Indigo. Yes, the whole album.
You keep the silence for your
Still out. Y'all can
got me in the frame, I'm moving.
I'm digging all day. I'm finding real.
나만은 아침과 같아 맛있대.
Yeah, just looking at you. Let's go, be the day to stay.
Things change, people change, everything change.
I'm fucking lonely. 나 혼자 손을. That was a hot time. There was nothing romantic.
나는 뒤돌아보지 마. 선명히 뒤섞인
Look, I got issues. I got problems, okay? A lot of them. And, yeah, this, putting a whole album in my list would technically make it longer than 20, but it's the full album in its entirety that I have to, include on this list. Like, I can't, like, one song, you're out of your mind. And I feel like this whole album is just special for me personally. And I know what this man just said in like a recent interview or whatever. This is important to people. It's important to me, okay? And he will go down in history. He is very significant in my life. I just gotta say that. And, you know, this album is about moving on and becoming your true self, or wanting to. And, you know, sometimes that means letting go in order to grow. And, you know, sometimes it's letting go of fear and attachments or whatever. But what I love most about this album is its perspective on change. It's so positive. And, you know, there is something so human and raw and honest about his feelings and his experience that he portrayed into this album. And and me personally, I feel like I'm going through a change in my life. I just turned 25, and it's sort of just like a weird age, because it's like I've been an adult since I was 18, but when you're like 25, it's like I'm not a kid anymore. Like, there's almost just like no excuses. There's no time for excuses. Like, in not a way like a forceful change, but it feels like that it's just you gotta stop being a kid. And I still got fucking posters on my wall. What am I doing with my life? What does he call this thing? The last archive of his 20s documentation of my youth. Like, that kind of hit me. I was just like, oh, we ain't young anymore. And it's like, I've been a fan of them for so long. It's like I've grown up with them, and now that they're kind of going through a phase of the next step of their life, I feel like also just worked out weirdly timed that I am moving on to a next phase in my life as well. So it's interesting when you get these sort of things that just sort of line up almost too perfectly. Little coincidence, little glitch in the matrix. And, you know, sometimes it is hard to sort of move on or accept change. And at times it can be very, very scary, because you feel like so much of your identity is being associated with like who you are. And if you have to move on from something, or you have to let go of something, it feels like you're losing a part of yourself. But I think this album sort of helps me realize that it's like not really like letting go, or like you're not really like losing yourself. You are finding yourself. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's like a good thing to sort of want to move on and change and find who you truly are. And that's what I absolutely love about this album. Number 18 is ATEEZ's Gorilla. This year's trend in K-pop was rock. ATEEZ took this and ran with it, bestie. They ran with it. They're the only K-pop group to give us like screamo rock vocals for doing this trend. Other groups have given it to us, but they do like rock as their main thing. So I don't count those as that. And one of my only regrets this year was not going to the last ATEEZ concert that they had to hear this live, because those fan cams of the bridge of this song with all the ATiny like screaming, break the wall, you know what I mean? That would have been life-changing. That I felt like that would have been therapeutic, because Like, there is something so therapeutic about going to a concert and just like screaming. I felt like I probably needed that, and I'm just so envious and jealous of everyone that got to experience that. Number 17 is TXT's Good Boy Gone Bad. We were blessed last year with 2 amazing title tracks that were also rock influence. They you know, they weren't hard. They did not go very hard, you know what I mean? But Good Boy Gone Bad is a little bit of a harder rock influence in there, and Bessie, I'm loving it. There's that, you know, what a lot of it was talked about. You see a lot in like social media and stuff, the emo to K-pop pipeline. Yeah, this year was kind of the epitome of that. And who doesn't love a bad boy? Number 16 is BB's BB Vengeance or Napanyan. Honestly, I could have picked any song off of Low Life Princess Noir, but this track just hits different. It's very signaturely BB. See, I write down my thoughts in like an essay, and then I like forget to think in the moment. It's a little bit of like a take on like female rage, you know what I mean? And we love it. We love the concepts like that. We are all for it. We love it. We love BB. She does those type of concepts very, very well. She's done it a lot in this album specifically, and a lot in the music videos that she's done for this comeback. This is not music videos, songs, Erika. And who doesn't like to feel like a bad bitch? Number 15 is Icon's But You. You probably heard me say a lot if you watch my videos that I'm kind of tired of the retro trend. Not today. Not with Icons But You. And there's this sort of specific type of retro sound that makes me feel nostalgic, because I feel like everyone just has like nostalgia for the 80s, especially because I'm a 90s kid, and sort of growing up, you always look at those as being just like old, and like that's like what my parents grew up in, so it's very nostalgic for them. But there's that interesting sense of feeling that just comes with just like the 80s that feels so nostalgic, and I feel like this song really captures that feeling. Like, I literally feel like when I listen to it that I'm watching that like an 80s rom-com is just like flashing by, you know what I mean? That's what the song feels like, and I absolutely love it. Number 14 is Kara's When I Move.
When I move, my body 흔들어 봐. When I move, 더 자유롭게 breaking all the rules. When I move, rhythm에 맡겨 느낀 그대로. 이런 move, my move. Oh, when I move.
I honestly didn't think we were ever gonna get a Kara comeback. I'm gonna be honest. But here we are, and it was absolutely perfect. Songs like this remind me why I fell in love with K-pop, that happy feeling. There's not a lot of songs right now that are produced in the West that go for that happy, good type of feeling. Kara gave it to us. This song is one that captures the feeling, and it's so much better the fact that it's a Kara song, because it's also literally a Kara song. Like, it sounds like a Kara song. Like, if they didn't go for anything new and they're continuing promoting through this time, this is literally what a 2022 Kara song would literally sound like, and we love it. Number 13 is IVE's Love Dive.
Narcissistic, my God, I love it. 서로를 비춘 밤. 아름다운 까만 눈빛도 빠져 깊이. 넌 내게로 숨 참고 last time.
I was really struggling between Love Dive and Afterlife, because Afterlife is so good. She is so good. I can't stop listening to it. It is so addictive. It is so fun. It is just, it's It's literally everything. But I went with Love Dive for kind of what it really symbolizes for IVE. It kind of like solidified their just everything, you know what I mean? Like it elevated them to a whole new level. 11 was a crazy debut, but when Love Dive hit, that was so different, and everybody just like was about it and in for it. And me too, like when I finally checked it out, I fell in love immediately. It's literally like one of like the best songs you've ever heard. The oohs in the song are a literal dream. Like that's what oohs are supposed to sound like in every song, and I feel like there's been a lot of other songs, K-pop songs, just songs in general, that try and go for that ooh effect, but like this is how it's supposed to sound. And the lyrics, the hook of the song is like lyrical perfection. Narcissistic, my god, I love it. Girl, get out of here. Number 12 is GOT7's Na Na Na. This really was a year of comebacks. You know, it's hard enough for groups to promote with just like one member that's not a part of the same company, but stop it? Unheard of. Until now, this bond cannot be broken. Number 11 is New Jeans' Attention, High Boy, and Ditto.
You got me looking for attention. You got me looking for attention.
I know, you don't have to tell me. Honestly, I could have put their entire discography for 2022 in here, but it's like, I only picked these 3 songs and stuff because this group wholehandedly made R&B popular to mainstream K-pop fans. Because like, here's the thing, every artist has at least one R&B song, if not more. I swear to God, because I love R&B. R&B is one of my favorite genres. There's groups whose entire title tracks are just R&B. Like half of EXO and Red Velvet's discography is just R&B. So it's so crazy how like they just drop this attention and then everybody's like, oh my god, R&B, and I'm just like, well, what do you want about? But anyways, like it's insane. The song, all these, they have whatever formula they have for New Jeans, keep it going, because what they're doing is literally so amazing, and it's working, and it captures an interesting sense of nostalgia for me that takes me back to the 90s and 2000s boy and girl groups, that sort of era with this sort of boy group, girl group sort of boom. They have a weird, interesting like thing about them that makes me feel like nostalgic and reminds me of that, for like, and that's like my childhood too as well. And like when you listen to the songs, it makes sense why they're so popular and why you can't stop listening to the songs, but they sort of go so against the formula that we're used to seeing, because I mean K-pop songs have a formula, they have a structure, they have a way of doing things. Their songs kind of don't follow that. So regular formula that we've seen before has brought so many other groups so much success, but New Jeans just, nah, they ain't about it. And it's kind of showing that different is good, because like for a time there in K-pop, like if anything was kind of different, it was kind of like a lot of companies used to go for safe and stuff. Like it was probably very risky to release New Jeans with their visual style, with their music style, but Bessie, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now we are in top 10 realm. I'm actually giving very short reasons this time around. Minus number 19. I'm surprised with myself too, don't worry. Normally these videos are like horrendous. Well, they're long because I put in clips of the song. But anyways, I'm kind of proud of myself for keeping a lot of my reasons short. But anyways, number 10 is Girls' Generation's Forever One.
I love
are forever. It's now or never. Yeah, we forever.
I kind of messed up my video because I was going to like pull out the albums like I did for number 19 and we just like, girl, this is how much we love this album or this song or this comeback or this group or whatever, and I totally effed it up already. So yeah, anyways, this is another comeback that I did not think was going to happen. We've been told for years, like 5 years, that we were going to be getting a Girls' Generation comeback, and it did not happen. And when it finally happened, it was it felt like a miracle. It really did. And it was like literal perfection. It's like it sounds like an old SNSD song, and I like, it's like, what would it have, it's weird to think about it now, like would it have worked if it would have been like a 4th gen Girls' Generation song? Like, would that have worked? Like, I think they could do it, especially when you listen to those B-sides off this album. But like getting an older type of SNSD sound, I think, was the smart choice, a good decision. What they gave us, what they delivered to us, was something only SNSD can do, and that's give you like an older SNSD type of song. Like all the groups can do like 4th gen comebacks or whatever, you know what I mean? But groups can't do this. Groups cannot do Forever One. Number 9 is Les Seraphim's Anti-Fragile. Feminism, we love it. And we love reggaeton in this house, like hello. But like no other K-pop song has done the reggaeton genre this well. Like, it is truly a reggaeton song. And as a Latina that likes reggaeton, if I could talk, it's like, this is like the best thing that could ever happen. And it's so interesting because reggaeton is like the least feminist genre in existence. So it's interesting. I think it's just probably a coincidence that, I don't know how intentional it would have been, that like it's a K-pop group is doing like a kind of like a feminist song to a reggaeton beat. That it's kind of like, sure, there are like some like feminist like reggaeton songs, but like it's like a whole thing because it's party music, you know what I mean? So it's not necessarily gonna be feminism until Les Seraphim gets one. Number 8 is J-Hope's Jack in the Box.
Dora, unable to undo what she had done, fell into despair. As she
Someone's lie, someone's smart, someone's hope. 내 활동들은 someone's lie. 시간은 이름대로 흘러가. Paralyze your mind. Gotta see the other side. 'Cause you're nothing to. 사랑하고 희망을 가지라는 거 저 모든 게 박탈이 되고 밑바닥에도 말할 수 있을까 너. 울리는 사람들의 응원. 그들도 등을 돌리며 차갑고. 날 이끈 people. 잘 생각해보면 홀라봐 TV도 버거운 게. Future man, you must go with the flow. 그저 흐르는 대로 가보자고.
This one I can pull out because it's like right there. Yeah, I did it again because look, okay, at first I only had More and Arson on here, but then when I was making my list, I was like, but what about all these goodies right here? What about all this? You know, I can't leave out like Equal Sign or like What If. Like, are you kidding me? Like, those deserve to be in this list as well. So we went with the whole album again. I don't know, like, if you want to break it down like song number wise, how many. It's probably like my top 50 songs of K-pop like 2022. But like my heart could not go on without like not putting the full album in here. The messages in this album are kind of what makes it that much better, what sort of elevates it beyond just being another album, beyond just another hip-hop album, you know what I mean? Plus, you got an ODB and a RZA song. Like, get out of here. They don't just be giving out music like that. Like, if you know, they don't just be handing out music like left and right. especially like a sample to like a ODB song. Girl. Number 7 is DPR Ian's Calico.
Underneath our love like this, tell me what you feel when I kiss. I thought you would be okay. You thought I would be the same. Underneath our love like this, tell you what I feel when I kiss. I thought you would be okay. You thought I would be the same.
You should be proud of me that I only picked one song off this album, because I was this close, my fingers are touching, to putting down the whole entire album. But I said you can't have 3 songs in your top 20 K-pop songs of 2022 list be entire albums. I had to have some restraint somewhere, but literally in my head it's the full album, but for practicality, I guess reasons, we only picked one. But you know, because it hurts for me to admit that I only picked one. Especially if I had to start thinking about all the songs like Winterfall. Like, girl, get Ballroom. We need to stop. You know, before going to the DPR concert, I probably would have said like Misunderstood was my favorite. Girl, she's still a baker. But after seeing this song live was like life changing. The dancing, the lighting, the bass guitar solo at the end was just like mwah, perfection. Like, I feel like that really is him at like peak artist form. At least what we got, at least up to this point. You know, his creativity and his artistry is unlike anything else. Is this even technically a K-pop song? No, but what genre would you even put any of this in? This whole, like, what, like his music is sort of just like genre-less. It's music. Like, it's like, you can't even put it into a category. What category would you call this? I don't know, but I don't know music terms like that. But anyways, and is it in English? Yes. Is this K-pop list? Yes, we do not care. We are putting him on this list because I do it every year. Number 6 is Taeyeon's I Envy You.
So I envy you. Yes, I envy you.
You know, there's so much love about Taeyeon and her music, and I feel like this is the epitome of that. The song is as beautiful as it is tragic and heartbreaking. You know, something Taeyeon is good at, and kind of only her alone. It's so captivating emotionally, and that's what I love about her, is her ability to sort of capture your like a feeling or an emotion without it having been a big dramatic ballad or big crazy vocals, because we got Slay on. She can slay some vocals, eating CDs for years now. But how she could capture the emotions and feelings with sometimes, well, I mean, the song isn't simple, but just like in a way you're not really expecting to be captivated with emotions. Here we go, the top 5. Let's get into it. Number 5 is G-Idol's Tomboy.
Yeah, I'm tomboy. Yeah, I'll be the tomboy. This is my attitude. Yeah, I'll be the tomboy.
I should not have to give an explanation here. We already know. This is literally one of the most iconic comebacks in K-pop ever. And I've been a K-pop fan for like 8 years. And it was a game changer. It really was. You know, I think ATEEZ's Gorilla is the best boy group song and comeback that has the rock influence into there. And I think Tomboy is the best girl group rock influence song that we have. Not counting groups that do rock regularly, just following the trends, you know what I mean? And we love the attitude that it has, we love the feminism that it's about, and we love the confidence. Number 4 is BTS's Run BTS. I could have picked Yet to Come or For Youth if I wanted to be sad, but we ain't gonna be sad today. Not today. We have so many feelings. We're not gonna be sad today. When I first listened to this song, what instantly made me fall in love with this, for one, it's amazing, but it reminds me of older BTS stuff, like school era type stuff. This BTS, this one right here, it reminds me of that type of BTS song. which is sort of like the BTS I fell in love with, so I always have an emotional attachment to them and those certain eras, those early eras from them. And this song sort of gave me that feeling again that those older songs gave me. I also love the end, how they end with just like Run Beautiful, because not only are they running, going on to the next part of their lives or whatever and stuff, but it's like they're telling ARMY to, or we're along with them and they're along with us, just running through life in this sort of way. I love it. Number 3 is Max Chongmin's Devil.
So just let it rain.
소리 없이 차오른 Rain down on me 뜨거워진 눈물이 Rain down on me 잠에 마를 때까지 Rain down on me.
This song is truly a masterpiece. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. And really, I personally feel like only an SM artist would get this type of song, would go for this type of song. It's epic. It's like cinematic in a way. Like, how would you describe, like, if I feel like it's weird to describe a song as cinematic. I mean, the gospel influence in a song called Devil, say less. And this is another showcase of his amazing vocal abilities, which, I mean, has been known, but if you're gonna show off, still show off. I think this is truly one of the best K-pop songs I've ever heard, and it's probably just in general one of the best songs I've ever heard. There's like literally nothing like this type of song out there, and I kind of wish this got more love and more attention, but people love to sleep on things. So, but number 2 is Big Bang Still Life. Big Bang would make me feel like this. Hurt, pain, emotional. Only they would. Because like when I was writing down my thoughts, I was like, you know, there's not really a happy or good feeling Big Bang song. And kind of if it is, it's probably not about that. It's probably not about feeling happy. You know what I mean? So they did what they did best and made me hurt in a whole different type of way. And we finally got, it's not a comeback. I really would like, is it a comeback? Is it a comeback or is it a comeback? But like, as much as it hurts, as painful as the song is, as much as I don't like how it makes me feel, I'm so grateful that it exists, that we got these 4 boys singing on one song in one music video together. I'm so grateful for its existence, as painful as it is. I mean, Taehyung's opening vocals are the only thing I ever need in this life, and it's been so long since I've heard Taehyung's voice, and it's not like I don't listen to old Big Bang songs, but like, there's something different about getting a new song from an artist, you know what I mean? And G-Dragon, what would life be without him? Meaningless. And like T.O.P. Just T.O.P. Just he's also, did you notice in the music video he's already on the moon? And man's literally going to the moon. Like, what a little Easter egg there, sir. Don't like feelings, but if any group is gonna make me feel this way, I would rather be Big Bang. And the time has finally come. My number 1, my favorite K-pop song of this year is Twice's Talk That Talk.
Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. A to Z 는 말해봐, 시작은 이렇게 해. 딱딱한 말을 더 I love it 들려줘. No, 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 yeah.
I came to the realization this year that Twice is my favorite girl group. For the 8 years or so that I've liked K-pop, I've never said I had like a favorite girl group before until I went to their concert. I like follow them since the beginning of their career. Like I was one of the first dances I ever learned. I've loved every single comeback from them. They're like And this year I realized just how important they are to me. And you know, Twice isn't slowing down anytime soon. I've had these feelings since before they re-signed their contract, but it's just so much greater that they did. And this was the comeback they come back with. Like, it is like the most Twice sounding song ever, and it's like perfect. The song, it's what I love so much about Twice. It's the joy they make me feel, the happy feelings that they bring to me. Like, you go to a Twice concert, you're not sad. I mean, they do like 2 ballads or something like that, but like, you don't listen to Twice to be sad. We listen to Twice to be happy, to feel good, to have those types of feelings and those types of emotions. And this song really just captures everything up to this point that's been so amazing about Twice, and that we love so much about Twice. And the song is super addictive. It may not technically be the best. It may not be your best song or your favorite or whatever like that. But for me, this was the best K-pop song of the year. I wouldn't trade the feeling of a Twice song for anything else. And that is it. You know, 2022 is an emotional year for K-pop for many reasons. The comebacks, BTS. Emotional for me too, because I didn't get to go to Vegas for that BTS concert, which will always be, again, one of my biggest regrets in my life was my car breaking down and me not being able to afford it. But maybe I should have done everything. Though I should have spent my last penny just going to see them anyways, because if I would have known. But yes, an emotional year for K-pop. This was an emotional list, but like also not emotional just to be like sad or have those types of feelings, but also happy. Emotional in a happy way. That's an emotion too. That's a feeling as well. And I really think this year, 2022, will be an unforgettable year in K-pop. I've been, again, 8 years K-pop fan. And I've lived through 2015, 2016, 2018, 2017 K-pop. All these great years of K-pop. We've never had a year like 2022. And I think it'll go down in just like history. Again, all the comebacks we've had, especially from second gen groups, like truly legendary. And I cannot wait to check out what else 2023 has in store. We've checked out a few releases that have been really good. But yes, I will try and get on with my life now, and make my music video list and get back into reacting for you guys. I kind of feel like this video did not go the way I wanted it to at all. I apologize to myself for that. I had a thought process. I had an idea of where this was gonna go, and it kind of just never works out the way I wanted it to. If I would stop stuttering, if I could complete a sentence, it would have been great. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I do have a Spotify playlist made up of all my favorite K-pop songs from 2022. I'll throw that in the description down below. I already started on my 2023 one. Both are public and are welcome for you guys to listen to. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to know your favorite songs, K-pop or not, from 2022. You can drop that in the comments down below. Did you like my list? Did you agree with it? Did you disagree? Whatever you want in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope let's shoot for next year, February. Making this video in February and not March, like we do every year. But yes, this is finally, I can finally close, well, until I do my music video list, I say 2022 is finally closed, that chapter of our life, and we'll move on to the next one. So if you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you guys liked me and you want to see more of my videos, go and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. If you want to follow me social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or description down below, or at the end screen, share this video to your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.